Alright guys, good morning. This is episode 69 of MLB 19 or so. From the weekends and on the weekends. You guys are joining in of the hashtag I am a creator community equals hashtag pay it forward. And would like to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends. Make sure to hit that like button, turn on notification bell if you guys haven't had the opportunity to. If anybody or anyone in chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account, tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist where we watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we tweet them out, share them, and leave a meaningful comment down below once we're done the rest, and never ask anything to support back. Game 1 of 3 as the Detroit Tigers will be hosting the Cleveland Indians. Game 1 of 3. As the Detroit Tigers will be bringing in the 2-7 record of 4.54 ERA, John Zimmerman. As you guys can see in the chat. Zamir Candelario is looking a bit worn down. He can probably use a break. So how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a good week. I, for one, have checked out the schedule. It's not 2:15, it's actually 2 to 11. Then they have me working 10 to 7 tomorrow, then I'm off Monday, Wednesday. Monday, I have to see what I'm going to be doing. I may go live with something good from the weekends and on the weekends, most likely in the order. So I'm pretty sure we'll continue to start from there, and we'll see what happens. Most likely in the order. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. Right now, Men in Black still has a good occasion lead. As we speak for the Idol and for Black and White for Night to Sign, so I can get a few more days off and when I come into work today, so we'll see how we can do. Coming to the mound for the Tigers defense, guys, game 1 of 3, John Zimmerman, making his 13th start of the season. 2-7 record, 4.54 ERA, 90 hits. He also has 11 walks and 87 strikeouts this season. Due up first for the Indians offense, Tyron Naquin, batting .229, 6 home runs, 10 RBIs with credit. Here's the first pitch by Zimmerman. Game 1 of 3, ball 1. First pitch down there in the stadium, game 1 of 3, it's 7-11 in the evening. You guys can see in the chat.
Yeah, Matty, coming off last night's W, we had a chance to catch up with the manager.
This is strike 1. So far, I just had to relax, you know. I didn't go to my opponent's place last night because my feet, I was trying to keep my feet going, and I've been hanging in there. They're going to be a little more of effect today on this board schedule. Line ball to left, and that will be a double for the Indians offense. 13th double by Tyler Naquin. Check it out one more time.
Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Indians staring at base one of second with no outs. And foul ball behind. Strike 1.
Chance to drive in a run
Carlos Gonzalez, batting .267, 10 home runs, 21 RBIs with credit. As you guys can see. The only one count. Foul ball to left in the stands, strike 2. Just pay it forward, guys. Be rewarded. Never ask any support back afterwards. James Cox is always doing awesome sauce. Any single day, perhaps, but he's going to be okay as far as I know.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a
But it's all good.
And a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those. How could he not?
Ground ball to first, and he makes the catch, and that's the first out for the Indians. Miami Marlins hosting the Pirates 3-3.
Give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series. Yeah, Matty, this lineup has just gone cold.
The starting lineup for the Indians offense, Carlos Santana batting .284. So far for the Indians offense this year, 203 runs scored as 15th in the American League. Here comes the third baseman, Jose Ramirez, at the home stadium as the Indians offense. He has an average of 293, 6 home runs, 15 RBIs to his credit. These guys can see in the as we speak. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman. That'll be ball one, and the base runner from second goes to third. In game 1 of 3. And we scored as a wild pitch. But yeah, I didn't go to my opponent's place last night. It was just tiring, you know, my feet. I was just resting my feet up a little bit, and, you know, since they're going to be hurting tonight, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Also hoping that we might get some thunderstorms today, but we didn't get any for the last couple of days. But let's see what happens. See what happens down below. Line ball to left center field, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. While the base runner from third goes to home, and the Indians strike first. It's 1-0 Indians offense. Top of the first with 2 outs. In game 1 of 3.
So it wasn't a given they were going to send it, but they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Here comes the shortstop, Francisco Lindor, batting .212, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs to his credit. Shout out to Night Owl, thank you, girl, for locking in on Twitter. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman. Foul ball to left, strike 1.
Fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
If you guys can hear me, type 1 in the chat. I'm also looking to see if Alice and Leon can stop by. They haven't showed up for a little while at least.
Just be consistent. I don't care.
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
The outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
Foul ball to right again, strike 2.
Yanks it foul and back out of play. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball 1.
And smart to lay off there as the
So I'll think about it.
You know, Matty,
Hear this one more time.
Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
I also have a few other approvals that got approved earlier this week. And that will be a single for the Indians in game 1 of 3. Hear this one more time in the chat. But yeah, I go into the 11, 10-7 tomorrow since they're having me earn it now. And then I'm off Monday and Wednesday, especially Tuesday. I have a couple of meetings that are coming up. Carlos Santana batting .284, 11 home runs, 36 RBIs to his credit. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Indians staring at base runner first with 2 outs. We'll just make sure everything's intact. Looking for the out, Zimmerman. Ground ball to third. He gives it to first baseman in time, and the side is retired. Indians leave 2. As we go to the bottom of the first, it's 1-0 Indians. This is game 1 of 3. From the weekends and on the weekends, coming to the mound for the Indians defense, Carlos Carrasco. 13th start of the season, 3-8 record, 4.40 ERA, 81 hits, 23 walks, and 71 strikeouts, 77.2 innings of the season. Due up for the Tigers offense, John Hicks. On the road with the Tigers offense, with an average of 354, 8 home runs, 15 RBIs to his credit. As you guys can see, in game 1 of 3. He also has an overall average of 288. Carlos gives us a sign. And the pitch by Carrasco. Ball 1.
Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, these are one of those road trips where you feel like you're actually playing at home. No offense to the home crowd, but they're going to travel well. Not difficult
1-0
for the
count.
fans to get in their
Ball
car
2. Angels visiting the Rays 2-0.
And watch somebody go deep.
2-0 count.
And
Strike
it's
1.
2-1 to the Tigers' leadoff hitter.
Check swing, strike 2. Sun Texas average to 288. But my top moderator has a couple things going on so far today, and she won't be home late till tonight. And then since I have 10-7 tomorrow, I don't know when we're gonna spend time together, but we'll see what happens. And that's the first out for the Tigers. Starting lineup for the Tigers offense: Miguel Cabrera for an average of 319. His last 10 games with the Tigers offense, he's 16 for 47 with an average of 340.
His game is so consistent.
From the I Am a Creative Community. Here comes Jordy Mercer, batting 266, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs for his credit. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm off Monday, Wednesday, and then I'm off at Tuesday. And they're making me earn it next week. Strike 1. So, if anything happens, I'll let you guys know. I'm still doing 5 instead of 6 in the chat forevermore. The I Am Creative Community weekly schedule.
The 0-1 pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That one, he's in control, 0-2.
Ball 1.
With a ball and 2 strikes.
Here comes the 1-2 by Carrasco. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense. Second strikeout by Carrasco for the Indians defense.
He racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
Here comes Miguel Cabrera. He's 7th for the American League with an average of 319, 7 home runs, 30 RBIs to his credit.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
Here's the pitch by Carrasco. Ball 1.
Ball 1. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco, he's got 12 hits and 52 tries. He also has 1 home run.
Ball 2.
Missing here, 2-0.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
2 balls in the
strike 1. Little outside the zone.
Surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the way pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
Here comes the 2-1 by Carrasco.
Most catchers won't call for the same location.
Ground ball to center field. Second gives it to first, and the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. 3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. As we go to the top of the second, Indians up 1-0. Due up for the Indians. Offense, Jason Kipnis. Now it's a 233, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs for his credit. And he's ready to get started for the Indians. In game 1 of 3. Zimmerman gives a sign, nods his head. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1.
No balls and a strike.
Fly ball to left center field. And he makes the catch, and that will be the first out.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And let's focus on former Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera.
Here's the defensive lineup for the Tigers defense. Maki Matok, Miguel Cabrera, Jacoby Jones is back on the field. Christian Stewart, Jordy Mercer, Grayson Grenier also, and Nick Castellanos. Here comes Bradley Zimmer, batting 195, 1 home run, 14 RBIs for his credit. Zimmer nods his head, the 2-7 record. Ball 1. If you guys have any questions, guys, let me know in the chat. Anything about the idol, or box office. The box office will be this weekend. Will be tomorrow. He gets it the first, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. So I'll see how it goes. Here comes Lonis Martin, batting 195, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs to his credit.
First delivery to him on the way.
Strike one.
Here's a fastball called for strike one.
Ball one. Washington Nationals hosting the D-backs 2-0.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing.
Fly ball to right center field. It picks up a block, and see you later. It's gone. Solo shot to right center field. Fifth home run by Martin. 422 feet as the Indians extend the lead in game 1 of 3. It's 2-0 Indians, top of the second with 2 outs. As guys can see in the chat.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one.
Here it is one more time. Atlanta Braves hosting the Phillies 1-0.
He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
Here comes Kevin Plawecki on the road with the Indians offense, has an average of 291 and 5 RBIs. He also has an overall average of 272, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs to his credit. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ground ball to left center field. And that will be a single for the Indians. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, you can score as a base hit. If anyone has a Facebook and a Twitter account of the I Am a Creator Community weekly schedule, and would love to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, like this weekend, make sure you guys smash the like button, tweet the live stream out, let people know that we are live, paying it forward. As we speak, fly ball to left center field. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. We have pay it forward, guys, and be rewarded. Never ask for any support back. Or we watch our videos in full. We like the videos, we tweet them out, and we add them to a playlist. As we go to bottom of the second, Indians up 2-0. But yeah, tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist. The more people we bring in, the more people that pay it forward, the more we all grow together. And we can win and make a respective, loving, caring difference. Strike one. Nick Castellanos enters play with a 20-game hitting streak with the Indians offense in game 1 of 3. Here comes the 0-1 count by Greek Crosco. Foul ball to left, strike 2. And if you guys have any questions, type it in the chat for the 2 opinions. Fly ball to left center field. He picks up a block, and it will be... It's gone. 13th home run by Nick Castellanos, 399 feet. And it's the Tigers cut the Indians lead. It's 2-1, bottom of the second with no outs in game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. Solo shot to left center field.
It's better to do it with no one on base. It stings sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game. Got it good. The left fielder, number 14.
Up next steps Kristen Stewart.
Ball 1.
Take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1.
Here comes Kristen Stewart, batting .214. 8 home runs, 25 RBIs to his credit. Oh, excuse me.
The 1-0 is laid off.
Strike 1.
For strike 1.
Comes the 1-1 by Carrasco. Ground ball to left center field. And that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
No
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Here comes the second baseman, Nigel Goodrum, with an average of 299.
Batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season.
Tigers staring at base runner first with no outs. Here's the pitch by Carrasco. Ball one.
Off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Stewart gets his lead at first, nobody out.
Strike one.
Down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Carrasco gives the sign, and here's the pitch.
Here comes the 1-1.
Foul ball to right, strike two.
And now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 1-2 is
Swing and a miss, and that's the first out for the Tigers. Third strikeout by Carrasco.
And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana.
Here's the defensive lineup for the Indians. Jason Kipnis, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Gonzalez, Carlos Santana, Lourdes Martin, Francisco Lindor, and Tyron Naquin. Here comes the center fielder, Maki Matuk. He has a 204 average, 10 home runs, 22 RBIs.
Results 4 for 15. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times.
Here's the pitch by Carrasco. Strike one.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Matuk, a native of Louisiana, the Bayou State. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player.
Here comes the 0-1 by Carrasco.
But you know what?
Ball one.
With this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Fly ball to center field. And that's out number 2 for the Tigers.
He has it, 2 gone.
Here comes Grayson Grenier, batting 175, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs.
First pitch on its way.
Strike one.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Foul ball to left, strike two.
Off to the left side.
Hit speed was 98 miles per hour. Ball one.
To the Tigers catcher.
Wrestling Grenier's average of 175.
I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Ready to deliver the 1-2.
It's like swing and he struck him out. And the side is retired. Game 1 of 3. Tigers leave 2. As we go to top of the third, Indians up 2-1. Due up for the Indians offense, Carlos Gonzalez. He lined out his first time. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman. Ball one.
Gonzalez, commonly known as Cargo. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his
Ball two. Boston Red Sox visiting the Orioles 3-1.
I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push.
Foul ball to right, strike one.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Fly ball to left, center field, and he makes the catch, and that's the first out for the Indians. Here comes the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. He had a sacrifice fly his first time.
First delivery to him on the way.
Strike one.
For strike one.
Ground ball to right center field. He gets to the first baseman, and that's the second out for the Indians. Here comes Francisco Lindor. He's 1 for 1 with a single in the first.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this. Only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire
Strike
career.
one.
The pressure's off now.
I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, Alice and Leon can maybe sew up. Like I said, they haven't sewed up maybe since last week. When I was getting a lot of exercise at the fairgrounds with my, actually at the fair with my pudding last time. And a foul ball, strike two. Zimmerman looking for the out. And he struck him out. Out number 3, and the side is retired. As we go to bottom of the third, Indians up 2-1.
Back now for the Tigers' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. They come in ranked in the bottom part of the league in both strikeouts and runs scored. One player told me, "It's frustrating for sure, but more than anything, I feel bad for our pitching staff."
But yeah, if you have any questions, guys, type it in the chat.
But right now, we're putting a lot of pressure on them to be perfect with the lack of run support we're giving them.
I'm not really sure if my opponent will jump in the chat most of this morning because he has a cousin's wedding to go to today, and then she has to go to and tomorrow she has to go to somewhere since I'm off at 7 instead of 6. So it's all good. Here comes the 0-1 by Carrasco. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Jacoby Jones, his batting average is a 204 for the Tigers offense. Ball 1. Texas Rangers visiting the Reds, 1-0.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Foul ball to right, strike 2. So apparently they have their last ceiling competition this morning, and apparently my love can't make it because, you know, she has to be at her cousin's wedding, and that's going to be later on today. So she's going to be home late tonight, but I thought I said I may try to make the call depending how my feet are. Ground ball to right center field. He gets it the first in time, 1 away. So we'll see. Tigers have a win today. We'll keep up with the Twins, the Royals, and the Chicago White Sox. The Tigers are 4.5 games behind the Twins. Here comes the designated hitter, John Hicks. He's 0 for 1. They strike out in the first. In game 1 of 3. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I didn't go to my opponent's place last night because my love and I was just we've been pretty tired after the fair ended the other day, but we'll be alright. As much as we can gather. Ball 1. It's just that most of next week like I said, I'm only off Monday, Wednesday, so Borderlands 2 will be highlighting it. From there, swing and a miss, strike 2. I'm still getting Borderlands 3 soon, so all I have is a small portion. Even though I'm not going to get that big of a check next week, so, you know, it'll be alright. And he struck him out. He gets to the first baseman, and that's the second out. In game 1 of 3. Here comes Zordy Mercer, excuse me. He's 0 for 1 if they strike out in the first. In game 1 of 3. Well, we'll see what happens, guys. Just pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask anything back in return. Strike one. Tony Mercer's 0 for 1, excuse me. I almost said 1. So yeah, I got a couple of days approved. It was the 5th and 6th of September and October 2nd to the 4th. So I'm going to have maybe a couple things going on.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. He held that bat just a bit too long.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher?
Carrasco gives a sign. It says target and the pitch. Foul ball to right, strike 2. So we'll see. Let's keep them coming, guys. Keep your voting going for the idol and night sign for February 7th. I haven't got that approval done yet. And a pop-up to right, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired in game 1 of 3. As we go to the top of the 4th, Indians up 2-1 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the Indians offense. Here comes Carlos Santana. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out in the first. I'll let you know if anything good or bad happens, especially if there's anything going on afterwards. Zimmerman's still on the mound. He nods his head in the pitch. Foul ball to left, strike 1. Ball 1. Boston Red Sox visiting the Orioles 8-1. Foul ball to right. Lions, strike 2. Looking for the out, Zimmerman. 2-7 record of the season. Ground ball to right center field. He gives it to first, and that's the first out for the Indians. Nice play by the Tigers defense. Like I said, if anything happens, I'll let you guys know what's going on. Muscle Hunter World is still doing okay on Thursdays and Fridays. I didn't get a new one this week, so you guys will also be getting a new episode by next week, since I have a couple of 11 sips. Here comes Jason Kipnis. He's 0 for 1 for fly out in the second. And if anything happens from now, I'm still doing 5 instead of 6 from scratch, but I'm also still trying to hype Final Fantasy VIII as well, so that's still coming out later this year. November 15th, like I said, is Star Wars The Fallen Order. Death Stranding's on November 8th, so we'll be alright. We got plenty of time to pay the rest of the cast for, what do you call it? For Borderlands 3. And they pop up to left. And that will be a single for the Indians. And scored as a base hit. Here it is one more time. Miami Marlins hosting the Pirates 5-3. Indians still at base on the first with 1 out in game 1 of 3. Ground ball to the mound. And that will be a single for the Indians. St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Texas Rangers, visiting the Reds 1-0.
It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way
here comes Lourdes Martin. He's 1 for 1 for solo and solo side in the second. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman. Strike 1. Atlanta Braves hosting the Phillies 2-2.
Here's the 0-1.
Ball 1. And then still at base on first and second with 1 out.
Second, Zimmer is over at first with 1 away.
Strike 2.
Fastball called strike 1 and 2.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a fourth.
And he struck him out, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. Here it is one more time.
Right there next to bang bang plays place at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Into the box, Kevin Plawecki swinging a ball.
Foul ball to left, strike one. Kevin Plawecki is 1 for 1 with a single in the second.
2 runs, 6 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians.
Fly ball to straight center field, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. In game 1 of 3. Indians lead 2. As we go to bottom of the 4th, Indians up 2-1. 2 up for the Tigers offense, Miguel Cabrera. He's 0 for 1. They ground out in first in game 1 of 3. Carrasco gives sign, sets the target, and here's the pitch to him. Strike one.
Finds the zone for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over.
Just the replay once again.
And get back in the count.
Here comes the only one by Carrasco. Fly ball to right, foul ball, strike 2. Angels visiting the Rays 2-0, 3-0, excuse me. Had to get one of the numbers mixed up.
Interested to see where he goes now.
Ball 1. That's alright. But I'm still hoping if one of them can sew up in the chat this morning, Alice or Leon. Here comes the 1-2 by Carrasco. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's the first out for the Tigers. One strikeout by Carrasco. Take it out one more time. 11 inches, 84 miles per hour for the pitch speed. Carrasco gives sign. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1. Nick Castellanos is 1 for 1. Faced solo shot in the second. In game 1 of 3. Ball 2. Also the Nationals hosting the D-backs 3-0.
If that homer rattled him a little bit, he's certainly a little bit more cautious against them this time around.
2-0 count. The pitch is
strike 1. The 2-1 count by Carrasco. Ball 3. On deck, Chris and Stewart with an average of 218.
But we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
Ground ball to left. He gets it to first, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense. Here comes Chris Stewart. He's 1 for 1, but he's single in the second.
Here comes the first pitch.
Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1.
Strike called at the knees, 0-1. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers.
The 0-1 count by Carrasco. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Out there now, it's 0-2.
This is a perfect time for him to break out that nasty changeup. Great arm action on it and bury something in the dirt, try and get a swing.
And he struck him out. And that's out number 3, and the side is retired.
Down in order go the Tigers. They still trail it here, 2-1.
As we go to top of the 5th, Indians up 2-1. 2 up for the Indians offense. Tyler Knockwin. It's 1 for 2 for double. Here's the pitch by Zimmerman. Foul ball to right in the stands. Strike 1.
Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. Line hard.
Foul ball to right again. Strike
And
2.
that is off the wall, but in foul territory.
Looking for the out. 2-7 record by Zimmerman. Foul ball to right. Strike 2 again.
Ripped down the line.
Ground ball at the line. Shot.
To his backhand, but he can't come up
And that
with
will be
it.
a single for the Indians. Chicago White Sox hosting the Yankees. 1-0.
That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right
Here's the
there.
here it is one more time.
The other way, he's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
And instead we have base runner first with no outs.
In now, Carlos Gonzalez. Line
Foul
the
ball to right.
side.
Strike 1.
But that's a foul ball.
Carlos Gonzalez is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a line out in game 1 of 3.
Fifth inning, 2-1 our score.
Ball 1.
Misses with it, 1-1. Grounded up the first
Foul
base
ball
line.
to right again.
But
Strike
this
2.
will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Foul ball to left. Strike 2.
Another 1-2 delivery.
Foul ball to left. Strike 2.
Now another 1-2.
Ball 2.
Lays off 2-2 now.
Washington Nationals hosting the Diamondbacks 3-1.
Right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he
Fly
gets
ball
with that.
to left center field.
Into shallow left center.
And that's the first out for the Indians.
For the first out.
Miami Marlins hosting the Pirates 7-4.
Pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield.
Here it is one more time in the chat.
Might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez. As he drives
Ground
it
ball
under
to
the
center field, and that's out number 2 for the Indians.
Deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley
Good play
for
by the
second.
Tigers off defense. Atlanta Braves hosting the Phillies 4-2. Here comes Francisco Lindor. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the first.
Switch hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile.
Strike 1.
Hits from both
Rockies.
sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
On that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
Looking for the out, Zimmerman.
And,
And he struck him out.
As he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired.
And the side is retired. Indians lead 1. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. Indians holding on to a 2-1 lead in game 1 of 3.
Back from Comerica Park in Detroit.
So far the statistics for this week, guys, in the chat. If the moderates can tell the others to smash the like button, whoever comes in this morning, to tweet it out. If anybody has a Facebook and a Twitter account, to sign up to the IamACreator.com/IamACreator, where we watch our videos in full. According to my good brother James Cox, as you guys already know, he has a new 2019 Subaru. If you guys have not checked out his video, you guys are pretty much going to like it. So let me know what you guys think about that video. So he actually did that new video earlier this week, and after we got fired from Walmart earlier this week, he's gonna be fine. He's doing fine as we speak this week, and let me know what you guys think of the video. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Discipline here, 0-2.
But remember, it's a 2019 Subaru. It came out of his money, and he's also going to be trying to cover taxes after we got fired from Walmart this week. Foul ball to right, strike 2. So we'll see. He might find a different job, perhaps, but he is okay, and he is normal. And he struck him out, and that's the first out for the Tigers. If you guys can hear me, type 1 in the chat. If you guys can hear me. Because I also got done checking out the new schedule this week. I mean, for the new one, and you know, the amount of hours that they're giving me for this week is it's not going to be 33. It's actually 34 or 35. As a matter of fact, since they added an extra hour tomorrow, so instead of 10 to 6, they called it 10 to 7. So Maki Montauk is 0 for 1 if a line out in the second. So I also took a pic of that this morning, and I'll get to it in just a second. Ground ball to center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3. So you guys, as you guys can see, I checked out the new schedule. This is giving me 27. So they have me working 12 to 9, 11 to 8. But on Grayson Grenier is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. So by the way it looks right now, guys, 12 to 9, 11 to 8. Then as you guys can see, they got me working 10:45 to 4:15. So I don't think they have me going to the art studio. Then I'm off the 3rd on Tuesday. Strike 1. Then on Wednesday they have me working 12:30 to 6. But I also got a couple of days approved as well, depending if somebody's in the chat. Fly ball to left center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers. So yeah, I also have a couple of days I got approved already. I'm pretty sure Ron got them done this week. Here comes Jacoby Jones. He's 0 for 1 for a ground out in the 3rd. So yeah, guys, in the chat of the I Am Creator community. Apparently the dates I got approved is September 5th and September 6th, as you guys can see. So they got approved.
First pitch on its way.
So they're pretty much approved, and I also have October 2nd to the 4th approved. So you see, guys, with those days, I'm going to be having some advertisements. Ball 2. Jacoby Jones is 0 for 1. Tigers staring at base runner 1st and 2nd with 1 out in game 1 of 3. Texas Rangers visiting the Reds 6-0. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about my approvals, you guys let me know in the chat. Let's go, let's grow. Ball 3. Morning Pun, Tigers won last night. Oh, that's good. So before we get to the other things, what's your rundown today? I'm sorry, I could not come down. I could not come over last night because I was resting my foot, and my foot right now is almost getting back to normal. As a matter of fact. So yeah, I have the 5th and 6th approved for that one Project Stir thing. Fly ball to left center field in game 1 of 3. He picks up a block and for the spectating, and it's gone. 3-run shot to left center field. First home run by Jacoby Jones, 382 feet. As the Tigers get the first lead in the bottom of the 5th, it's 4-2 Tigers. Bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I have the 5th and 6th of September off, by the way, baby. I also have October 2nd to the 4th. Depending if I'm still, maybe, just maybe, I'm thinking about going to San Jose and those 2 conferences. That other conference, even though you can't go most of the time, you know, since you cannot miss work and have a less competitive tech, you know. But I am a bit excited that Walmart's making me earn it now, so instead of anything afterwards, but I do have, like I said, I do have Monday and Wednesday off, then I'm off at 2 on Tuesday. John Hicks is off at 2 with 2 strikeouts. But yeah, I took a pic of the new schedule. I think it was 88 this morning. Oh, that's not bad. Ground, foul ball to left, strike 2. Oh, that's not bad, baby. But yeah, I could not come over last night. My feet was trying to heal after the fair this week, but it is almost getting back to normal right now. by the looks of it. So, I gotta ask you this, baby, as my top moderator, because I love you. Are you doing anything in the evenings on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? Foul ball to left again, strike 2. But yeah, are you doing anything on those current days or anything? Type it in the chat. And also, guys, of the I Am a Creator community, smash the like button. Smash the like button, guys. Tweet the live stream out. Let people know that we are paying it forward and being rewarded. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. Nice strikeout by Carrasco. He's also having a nice clinic. But if you could type that in, type it in the chat, baby, of what's going on. I mean, I know I'm going to be appearing maybe in 2 of meetings. 1 of 2 meetings. One of which is going to be for Washington, D.C., and the other one's going to be for San Jose. But since they got approved and I put down I accept, I don't know how it's going to work. Strike 1. And guys, remember, my love and I have now been together for 784 days. 784, by the way. Which is pretty good. Hold on a second. Swing and a miss, strike 2. My opponent says, I don't know yet, I'm going to be tired. Same here. But here's the thing, if I go to San Jose in October, what was it like for me to do for you? That's my shot maker. Swing and a miss. And that's the 3rd out, and the side is retired. Here it is one more time. In game 1 of 3. From the weekends and on the weekends, guys. The I Am Creator Community Weekly Schedule. As we go to top of the 6th, Tigers up 4-2. Due up for the Indians offense, Carlos Santana. He is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. It's still a little bit early in game 1 of 3. So for me, I have to see what's going to be going on from there. Like I said, if I go to San Jose this week, I mean, in the month of October, I wonder how that's going to work out for you and I. And that's the first out for the Indians in game 1 of 3. But yeah, the good thing is, like I said, I'm off Monday, Wednesday, and then I'm off for 2 on Tuesday. We got Jason Kipnis, 1 for 2 for a single in the 4th. Strike 1. Angels visiting the Rays 6-1. But yeah, but after I came back from Subway last night, honey, what were your thoughts on my voice message? Fly ball to right center field, and he makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out for the Indians offense. Here comes Bradley Zimmer, guys. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. Houston Astros hosting the Blue Jays 2-0. Silverman gives the sign, 2-7 record, and the pitch. Fly ball to left line, and he almost had the ball for the Tigers defense, and that'll be a double for the Indians. And we scored us an E7. Here it is one more time in game 1 of 3. But it all depends, really. I mean, I do know I may try to go live in the morning on Monday to hopefully get an episode of Assassin's Creed done, and then take swing strike 1. Bonus Martin is 1 for 2 for solo side in the 2nd. Diamondbacks visiting the Nationals 6-5. Foul ball to left, strike 2. But so far, Alice and Leon have never sold up this week, and that's the problem. My feeling is they're pretty much spending time with family or just earning the cash from work. And they pop up closer to second base, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. So we'll see what happens. Indians leave 1, We go to bottom of the sixth. Tigers up 4-2. Coming to the mound for the Indians defense, James Holt. Making 37 games this season, 1-0 record, 4.33 ERA, and 56 strikeouts. Due up for the Tigers offense, Miguel Cabrera. He has struck out and he has grounded out. The Rocky... But it all depends, guys. I mean, Sunday, I don't think I'm going to be... Sunday in the morning, I will not be live. But if anything happens, if the moderators can type it in the chat, that'd be okay. At the Indians bullpen, Dan Otero. He's a right-hander for the Indians defense. But if anything comes up, baby, can you let me know for me? That's my shot maker. Strike one. Anything I can do to help, but I'll be okay. Fly ball to left center field, and he makes the catch, and that will be the first out. Pay it forward, guys, and be rewarded. Never ask anything back in return.
Into the box, Nicholas Castellanos. As the first pitch
Ball one.
is off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Strike one.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing,
but it's all good. Here's one more time, 94 miles per hour pitch speed.
One out, nobody on.
The 1-1 count by Holt. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Hey, he gets a pass right there for that ugly swing. He's been having a monster season.
So, what did you have? What did you have for breakfast this morning? Anything in general?
The 1-2.
Ball two.
Ball two.
Ball three. On deck, Crescent Stewart with an average of .217.
Kristen Stewart waits on deck.
Fly ball to right center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Tigers staring at base runner first with 1 out. But yeah, one of my thoughts is actually almost getting back to normal, but it's gonna have a little bit of damage since I'll be at both lots later on today. But I'll be okay. I'm going to survive it a little bit. Hopefully. Strike one.
Runners on first with 1 down.
But yeah, it's almost getting back to normal this week, by the looks of it. Swing and a miss, strike two. Crescent Stewart's 1 for 2. Ball two.
Just missed above the zone.
Ball three. On deck, Nico Goodwin batting .296.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch.
So I did a message earlier this morning. I put down I accept for the month of September. Foul ball to left, strike two, and also for October 2nd to the 4th. That would be my guess. So I don't know how you and I are gonna spend time together. That's the problem. Fly ball to right center field. It picks up a block, and that will be a double for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now.
20th double by Kristen Stewart. We surpassed the 1 hour limit. Give us one more time.
Might be all they need to get the W here.
Into the box now, Nico Goodrum.
Ball 1.
First pitch misses to him. It's ball 1. 0 for 2.
Nico Goodrum is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So it all depends, really, what's going to be happening according to that fact. And ball 2. Well, if anything else comes up, since I'm going to the 2 meetings Monday and Tuesday, I'll see what I can do. Hopefully, ball 3. On deck, Maki Matok, batting 207. I just think there's a good possibility that I could maybe go to San Jose in a couple months. That'll be on October 2nd to the 4th, but they've got approved. So yeah, I'm thankful for Ron to have those dates approved, the same with the month of September. So it's all good. Fly ball to center field. And he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers. Well, the base runner from third goes to home, and base runner from second goes to third, and that's the third out, and the side is retired. Tigers leave a couple. As we go to top of the 7th, Tigers up 5-2. In game 1 of 3. But if you have any questions, guys, type it in the chat. Anything about the idol or the for night design as well, let me know. 2 out of 4 colors so far. Black and white still has a good lead, and Men in Black still has a good lead over the other top 2 for second and third. By the looks of it. Foul ball to right, strike 1. The 0-1 count by Zimmerman. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Looking for the out, Zimmerman. Ball 1. Angel's visiting the Rays, 8-1. Ground ball to right center field. And that's a single for the Indians. In game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. Minnesota Twins hosting the Royals 5-0. Indians staring at base runner first with no outs. Strike 1. Tyler Naquin is 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Ground ball to right center field, and that would be the first out for the Indians. Game 1 of 3. Here comes Carlos Gonzalez. He's 0 for 3 for pop out in the 5th. Zimmerman's still on the mound. Here's the pitch to him. Ground ball to left center field. And that will be a single for the Indians. Washington Nationals hosting the D-backs 8-6. Here it is one more time.
A ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big...
Here comes Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 2 for sacrifice fly. Looking at the group, he's 0 for 2. Metropolitans hosting the Cardinals 5-5.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst
It's the pitch by Zimmerman.
2016, just absolutely
foul ball to left, strike 2. Strike 1, excuse me.
Bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
Fly ball to center field, and it will be. That will be a two-run triple. So it's up by Jose Ramirez. Here it is one more time.
Yeah, he's the reason, Dan, they're even in this one to begin with. He's kept his team together with a great approach.
And then stealing up base on a third with one out. It's the pitch by Zimmerman. Ground ball to left center field. And that will be an RBI single for the Indians. As the Indians tie it up, it's 5-5. Top of the seventh with one out. In game 1 of 3. It's looking to be a good game in game 1. In the chat.
That comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen.
Indians stealing up base on the first with one out.
7 miles an hour with sinking cuts. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that.
And foul ball to right, strike one.
0-1, here it comes. Now here's
Fly ball to left center field.
to get down for extra bases.
And the Indians offense are not done. And that will be an RBI double for the Indians. As the Indians take the lead, it's 6-5 Indians. Top of the seventh with one out.
Dan, you'll take RBIs
Eighth double by Carlos Santana.
They give your team the
Check it out
lead.
one more time.
Man, that feels good.
Oh my
Especially when you
goodness.
start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel.
And the Tigers defense will bring in a different pitcher. They'll be bringing in Louis Coleman as the manager from the Tigers.
And he's looking to
The Tigers coming to the mound.
For his starter tonight. So he'll depart after 6 in the third, and he'll have no shot at a victory here in this one.
And that'll be it for Zoin Zimmerman. Coming to the mound for the Tigers defense, Louis Coleman. 15th game this season. He has an 0-1 record, 1 save, 3.12 ERA, and 25 strikeouts in the resume. Here's the first pitch by Coleman. Strike one. Jason Kipnis is 1 for 3 with a single in the fourth.
Now the 0-1.
Ball one.
There's ball one.
It's a perfect example of why guys struggle right here. You watch highlights every night of guys hitting home runs, and I'll show you mislocation. That catcher was set up away, and he missed all the way inside.
The 1-1. There's a
Foul
swing.
ball to left, strike two.
Headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
And he struck him out. And that's the second out for the Indians.
Two gone now.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys.
Here it is one more time.
This one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second, locked them up completely with that one.
Into the box, Bradley Zimmer. As he
Strike
will take
one.
a fastball in there at the knees for strike one.
Ball one.
The corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. 4 runs here in this half inning. Strikes to go
Check
around
swing,
here,
strike
but it doesn't
two.
matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch, that slider down and in. Really, the only way you're going to be able to hit that pitch is if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
Here for the out, Coleman.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Ground ball to right. He gets it the first in time, and the side is retired.
Is over.
It's of a heating up game 1.
It's no errors and a man left. It's
As we go to
strikes
bottom of the seventh, Indians up 6-5 in game 1 of 3. Coming to the mound for the Indians defense, Dan Ortiro. 26 games of the season, 1-1 record, 8 saves, 3.07 ERA, and 10 strikeouts. Here comes Mikey Montauk of the Tigers offense. He's 1 for 2 with a single.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
From the stretch.
Strike one.
0-1. Nothing in one count. Here it comes.
Fly ball to straight center field. And that's the first out.
And he has it for the first out. So stepping in, Grayson Greenier. He scored after
Grayson Greenier is 1 for 2 with a single.
First delivery to him on the way. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low.
Strike one.
Strike, it's 1-1.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
And it's 1-2.
Seattle Mariners visiting the Athletics, 1-0.
The 1-2.
Swing and a miss, and that's the second out for the Tigers offense.
Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on.
Here comes third baseman Jacoby Jones. He's 1 for 2 with a 3-1 shot in the 5th.
Hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Strike one.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
The 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike two. He held that bat just a bit too long. Jacoby Jones is 1 for 2.
Approach at all, Matty. He's not really known for having a whole lot of pop in his bat, but he is known for having really
Ball
good
one.
speed. So personally, I'd much rather see him with a controlled swing and try to put the ball in play.
Swing and a miss again. And that'll end the inning, and the side is retired.
3 up, 3 down for Detroit.
3 up, 3 down for the Tigers offense. As we go to top of the 8th, Indians up 6-5. In game 1 of 3.
First, Heidi Watney standing by with this report.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break.
Tweet out the live stream, guys. The more people we bring in, the more we all grow and win together. And together, all of us can make a difference. Of the IamACreatorCommunity.com /IamACreator.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Here comes Lonis Martin. He's 1 for 3 with a solo shot in the 2nd.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Coleman gives sign in the pits. Ball 1.
And a ball 1-0.
And the attendance, 33,460 in game 1 of 3. Foul ball to left, strike 1.
But this will be a foul ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Down the first
Ground ball to right.
and he can't come up with it.
He gets it the first time, and that'll be the first out for the Indians.
Good composure that time to record.
Here comes Kevin Plawecki. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles.
Now, Kevin Plawecki, so far 2 for 3 in this one. First offering on its way.
Ball 1.
This one runs up high.
The Angels visit Chicago White Sox hosting the Yankees 1-1.
Now the 1-1 pitch. right side.
Ground ball to right center field. And that will be a single for the Indians. In game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time. Here's the Astros hosting the Blue Jays 3-0.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Stepping in now, Tyler Naquin. Swinging a
Ground ball to left center field. And that will be a single for the Indians. In game 1 of 3. Here it is one more time.
He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Coleman gets signed. Here's the pitch to him.
Carlos Gonzalez.
Ground ball again. And a double play. And the side is retired. In this lead 2. So we go to bottom of the 8th. Indians up 6-5. In game 1 of 3. Coming to the mound for the Indians defense, Adam Simber. 20th game this season, 2-2 record, 3.91 ERA, and 17 strikeouts. Now batting, John Hicks. We're going to get something going for the Tigers offense. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 5th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy.
If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat for me.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Strike 1.
Thrown sinker that time down, but in the strike zone.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Delivery.
Ball 1.
Close with that when it's way above the strike zone.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing at that one.
The 1-2.
Foul ball to right, strike 2. The hit speed was 53 miles per hour.
The next 1-2 pitch.
And a pop-up. Going to second. And it's the first out. Here comes the shortstop, Jordy Mercer. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the 5th.
Yeah, he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 1.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
Fastball upstairs here that runs it to 2.
Jordy Mercer's 0 for 3.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Strike 1.
Fastball over, it's 2-1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
Still
Foul
2-2.
ball to right, strike 2.
1 out, nobody on.
Ground ball to left. He gets it to first baseman. That's the second out. In game 1 of 3.
Next up for Detroit,
Here comes the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, working to line something up for the Tigers offense. He's 0 for 3 with a line out in the 6th.
He wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Simba gives a sign. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1.
To open the AB in there for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Fly ball to right center field.
Gonzalez has a read on it,
And he makes the catch, and the side is retired.
In order to go the Tigers. This one remains close. It's 6-5.
As we go to the top of the 9th, Indians up 6-5 in game 1 of 3. Due up for the Indians offense. Jose Ramirez, he's 1 for 3 with a triple and 3 RBIs. In game 1 of 3.
But guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Strike 1.
Underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead.
Boston Red Sox visiting the Orioles 9-6.
He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Looking for the out. Coleman.
0-2 pitch.
Ball 1.
Shin high slider laid off for a ball.
Foul ball to left, strike 2.
The 1-2. A little roller toward the hole.
Ground ball to right.
Oh, and he can't pick it up.
And that will be a single for the Indians. In game 1 of 3. It'll be scored as a base hit. Houston Astros hosting the Blue Jays 4-0. Comes Francisco Lindor. He's 2 for 4 with 2 singles.
Singled homer run in his last time up.
Indians doing at base runner first with no outs.
Here's a look over to first. Just keeping him close. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1.
Off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Ramirez on at first, nobody out.
Strike
And
1.
a strike to even the count. 1-1. Runner goes for second.
Foul ball behind the batter's box, strike 2.
The 1-2.
Foul ball to left, strike 2. Pittsburgh Pirates visiting the Marlins 9-8.
The 1-2. Grounded up the first
Foul ball
baseline.
to right, strike
This is
2.
a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle,
Fly ball
you
to
have
left
find a way to
line.
do some damage with it. That
And
was
now
it.
it's the first out for the Indians.
Settle under it to make the play for the first out.
Texas Rangers visiting the Reds 7-5. Here comes Carlos Santana. He's 1 for 4 with a double.
And that'll bring in one of the best on-base percentage players in the game, Carlos Santana. In there now.
And a base runner from first steals second. And that's strike 1. Attempts stolen base by Jose Ramirez.
About a 1-run game, so that's a little
The Rockies hosting the Padres 4-3.
and force the other team to stop you.
Ball 1.
1-1. And here's
Ball
a
2.
slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Set and the 2-1 pitch.
Ball 3.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get
On
the
deck,
ball.
Jason Kipnis of Naps at 233.
This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing
Ball
back
4.
on this
First
next
walk
pitch.
by the Tigers.
Fastball misses there, ball 4.
the second baseman, Jason.
Here comes Jason Kipnis. He's 1 for 4 for single and fourth.
Into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Strike one.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He is
Foul ball to left, strike two.
On the defensive.
Looking for the out. Coleman. Ball one.
Up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1 and 2.
These are the
Jason Kipnis is 1 for 4. Still no sign of Alice or Leon. So sad they haven't sold up for a little while at the moment.
This is what the game's all about.
The 1-2.
Foul ball to right in the stands, strike two.
A 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball.
Ball two.
2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Here he is in his
Jason Kipnis is 1 for 4.
which isn't all that common these days. And he's looking a little off right now. These guys aren't used to getting this much work in a single game anymore.
Ball three. Tigers given up 1 walk so far. On deck, Zimmer for now it's a 196.
Of the night so far.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Fly ball to right center field.
Giving chase.
And he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Indians.
Second out of the inning.
And the Tigers defense will put a different pencil once again. They'll bring in Daniel Stump. Daniel Stump making his 15th game this season for the Tigers defense. On the record, he has an ERA of 2.95 and 13 strikeouts.
Takes over now with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Here's the first pitch by Stump. Strike one.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Zimmer is 1 for 4. Fly ball to right center field, and he makes the catch. Good catch by the Tigers defense, and the side is retired. Indians lead 1 as we go to bottom of the 9th. Indians holding on to a 6-5 lead in game 1 of 3. Coming to the mound for the Indians defense, Brad Hand. 21 games this season, 1-2 record, 5 saves. Here comes Nick Castellanos. He's 2 for 3 for a home run and a single to his resume. Hand gives the sign. Here's the pitch. Strike one.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing
So the box office will be tomorrow, since I have 10-7 instead of 6. Foul ball to right, strike 2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Ball one.
Him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Ball 2.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get
Athletics hosting the Mariners 3-1. Here comes a 2-2 by Brad Hand.
Here's the 2-2.
Ball 3.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things.
On deck, Chris and Stewart. Now it's a 220. Tigers have given up 1 walk.
What a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Comes to 3-2 by Brad Hand. Fly ball to left center field. He picks up a block, and it's gone. solo shot to left center field. 14th home run by Nick Castellanos, 420 feet. As the Tigers even the score at 6-6. Bottom of the ninth with no outs. In game 1 of 3. Oh my goodness. It's been a pretty good game 1 of 3 so far, guys, from the weekends and on the weekends. Here it is one more time. Solo shot to left center field.
Clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Hand gives sign, sets the target, and the pitch to him. Strike 1. Kristen Stewart is 2 for 3 with a double and a single.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, last pitch was 94, then you pull a string, 13 miles an hour slower right there. 81 miles an hour, you get guys in a rocking chair when you can add and subtract like that.
Ready on 0-2.
Ball 1.
That time, and it's 1-2.
Broke out the sweeping slider.
Kristen Stewart's 2 for 3. Here it is one more time.
If he would have caught the corner right there, I think
12 inches, 83 miles per hour with the pitch speed. Swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-time home run he just gave up.
Here it is one more time.
Not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
In now, Nico Goodrum. As he
Ball 1.
a fastball that misses off the plate.
Nico Goodrum is 0 for 2. Ball 2.
The plate and high, 2-0 now.
Ball 3.
Good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0.
On deck, Maki Matuk, batting 206.
Bases are empty, one man out. And a good comeback
Strike 1.
there. It's 3-1.
Here comes the 3-1 by Brad Hand. Check swing, strike 2.
The count at 3-2.
Comes the 3-2 by Hand. And that's ball 4. First walk by the Indians.
That was a really good pitch.
Check it out one more time.
The zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch. So
Here comes Maki Matuk, 1 for 3 with a single in game 1 of 3.
Got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap.
Tigers staring at base runner first with 1 out. Brad Hand gives the sign. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1.
The slider tails outside for ball 1.
Maki Matuk is 1 for 3. Strike 1.
And a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Maki Matuk is 1 for 3 in game 1 of 3. Here's the pitch by Hand. Ball 2.
Fastball well off the plate for a ball. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away.
Ball 3.
Misses, and he's in danger of losing.
Indians have given up 1 walk, so did the Tigers defense with 1 walk in game 1 of 3.
Into this one, he's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Brad Hand gives the sign, he nods his head. Here comes the 3-1.
3-1 pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
The swing and a miss.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Possible winning run on first, 1 man away.
Ground ball to left.
Could this be 2?
And that's a double play. And the side is retired. As we go to extra innings in game 1 of 3. As we go to top of the 10th. 6-6 tie game in game 1. Here comes Lourdes Martinez, 1 for 4. The solo shot in the second. Stump gives the sign. Here's the pitch. Strike 1.
Down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Obviously, it's
Martin is 1 for 4.
blow a lead in the bottom of the 9th, and now you're still fighting in extra innings. But the fact is, the game is tied, and a win is still very much a
Foul ball to
possibility,
left,
so they
strike
have
2.
to play that way.
Boston Red Sox over the Orioles, 9-6. Looking for the out, Stump. Swing and a miss. And that's out number 1 for the Indians.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best
I'm just trying to switch the balance real quick.
at the last minute.
There we go.
It's so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good
Let's
slider
replay
going,
one more
it's a
time.
great strikeout pitch.
Stump gives the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1. Kevin Plawecki is 3 for 4.
One out, nobody on.
Foul ball to left, strike 1. Minnesota Twins hosting the Royals, 9-0.
The 1-1. And this is hit hard to
Foul
the
ball
right
to
side.
right, strike 2. Ball 2.
Ball just missed above the zone. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Ball 3. Tigers giving up 1 walk. On deck, Tyler Nyquin with an average of 237.
There's a good shot, he might get pulled back.
Here comes a 3-2 by Daniel Stump. Ball 4, second walk by the Tigers. In game 1 of 3.
Swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Here comes Tyler Nyquin. He's 3 for 5 with a double and 2 singles.
Tyler Naquin is 1 away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however.
Strike 1.
Target here, and he hits it for strike
Nationals
1.
over the Diamondbacks, 8-6. Ball 1.
Net misses 1-1.
Pittsburgh Pirates over the Marlins, 9-8.
Hit down the line.
Ground ball to first.
One there.
And that's out number 2 for the Indians.
And they'll just get the one.
Good play by the Tigers defense.
Time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time.
Here it is one more time.
Plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Texas Rangers over the Indians, 7-5.
Stepping in now, Carlos Gonzalez.
Ground ball to mound.
To the mound.
He gives it to first baseman, and the side is retired. Atlanta Braves over the Phillies, 4-3.
This game remains tied at 6.
As we go to bottom of the 10th, tie game 6-6 in game 1 of 3.
Nick Whitgren comes on.
Coming to the mound for the Indians defense, Nick Whitgren, 15th game of the season, 1-0 record, 1.00 ERA, and 13 strikeouts. Due up for the Tigers offense, Grayson Grenier, who's 1 for 3 with a single.
He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the first pitch.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1.
Off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Grayson Grenier, guys, and the chat is 1 for 3. The 0-1 count by Wilgren. Ball 1.
Thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. He held it a little too long. Ball 2.
Good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
Ground ball to left.
Ramirez is there.
He gives it to first baseman, 1 away. Here comes Jacoby Jones. 1 for 3 for 3-1 shot in the 5th.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1.
Ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Ball 1.
One is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1.
Foul ball behind the batter's box, strike 2. The 1-2 by Wilgren. Ball 2.
Off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Foul ball to right, strike 2.
The 2-2.
Swing and a miss. Knocks out number 2 for the Tigers offense.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base.
Here comes John Hicks. He's all for 4 for pop out in the 8th. In game 1 of 3.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air.
Here's the pitch by Wilgren. Strike 1.
Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Into the wind, the 0-1.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Jump, a swing and a miss.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
And
It's like swing and he struck him out. And the side is retired.
So no runs, no hits, no errors.
In game 1 of 3. As we go to the top of the 11th, game 1 of 3, 6-6 tie game. 2 up for the Indians offense, Jose Ramirez. He's 2 for 4 with a triple and a single. Pitcher gives a sign. It's a pitch by Daniel Stumpf. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Looking for the out. Ground ball to second. Gives it the first, 1 away. Comes Francisco Lindor. He's 2 for 5 with 2 singles.
He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball 1. Chicago White Sox hosting the Yankees 3-1. Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and that's the 2nd out for the Indians. Here comes Carlos Santana. He's 1 for 4 with a double. Daniel nods his head. Here's the pitch to him. Ball 1. Ground ball 3rd. He gives it the first, and that side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. As we go to the bottom of the 11th, 6-6 tie game. In game 1 of 3. Due up for the Tigers offense, Tony Mercer. He's 0 for 4 with a ground out in the 8th.
In this one, and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here.
Wilgren gives the sign. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Nationals over the Diamondbacks 8-6. Ball 2.
Misses as it moves to 2-0 now on the Tigers shortstop.
The 2-0 count by Wilgren. Ball 3. Indians giving up 1 walk. On deck, Miguel Cabrera for Navs at 3:15.
On deck here in the person of Miguel Cabrera. Here it is, the 3-0.
Strike 1. St. Louis Cardinals visiting the Metropolitans 6-5. Comes to 3-1 by Wilgren. Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and that's the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Miguel.
Against Miguel Cabrera, he's 0 for 4 with a flyout in the 8th.
0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far.
Atlanta Braves over the Phillies 4-3. Ball 1.
Close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Ball 2.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Strike 1.
Strike there, 2-1.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in.
Here comes the 2-1 by Wilgren. Ground ball to line.
Solid base hit for him, his first.
And that will be a single for the Tigers in game 1 of 3.
And you see on the graphic right there that is
16-game pinning streak with the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3.
Just classic.
Here it is one more time.
Right now, you put your head on the pillow at night. You know you're on time. You get up, get dressed, drive to the ballpark. You expect to catch a couple.
Tigers staring at base runner first with 1 out. Wilgren gives the sign. And the base runner from first goes to second. In game 1 of 3. And that's ball 1.
That's going to move the winning run into scoring position.
He scored as a wild pitch.
After giving up the base knock, he uncorks a wild one and allows him to go to second. That's like giving a guy a double that he didn't even earn. That'll drive you crazy when you're on the mound.
The 1-0.
Strike 1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Possible game winners at second base.
If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. The 1-1 by Whitgren. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Missed 1 and 2 now.
He held it just a bit too long at this point.
That swing tells me he's a little too amped up. You don't chase a pitch that badly if you're playing within yourself.
Ball 2.
Outside with the curveball for a ball.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of
70 miles per hour, 8 inches.
Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Comes to 2-2 by Wilgren.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. And
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers offense.
got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that.
Here it is one more time in the chat.
These days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on
Strike 1.
good high, hard fastball.
No balls and a strike.
Chris and Stewart's 2 for 4 with a double and a single. The 0-1 count by Wilgren.
The 0-1 hit fairly
Fly
well.
ball to center field.
Nick Wooden's under it.
And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. As we go to more innings, guys, and here in the chat from the weekends and on the weekends.
We are all even at 6 apiece.
Here comes Jason Kipnis. He's 1 for 5 with a single in the fourth.
Things off now as we play inning number 12.
Stump gives a sign. Here's the pitch to him. Strike one.
Fastball that gets the lower part of the zone called for a strike.
Ground ball to right center field, and it'll be a group play.
Extra bases, and there's your potential go-ahead run.
And that will be a triple for the Indians. In game 1 of 3. Second triple by Jason Kipnis.
For some hitters, that's a career. Good swing and great hustle to pick up the three-bagger.
Jordan Luplow will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
As the Indians offense will bring a pinch runner, Jordan Luplow. Stump gives a sign. Here's the pitch to him. Foul ball to right, strike one. Bradley Zimmer is 1 for 5 with a single in the fourth. Fly ball to center field. And that's out number 1 for the Indians, while the base runner from third goes to home. And the Indians get the lead at 7-6, top of the 12 with 1 out. Final maybe for Quest 9. Oh, wow. Here comes the left fielder, Lonis Martin. He's 1 for 5 with a solo in the second.
To see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay,
here's the pitch by Daniel Stump. Ball 1.
Probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel.
Mine is 1 for 5.
That you can turn to.
The 1-0.
Fly ball to right center field, and that's out number 2 for the Indians. Here comes Kevin Plawecki. He's 3 for 4 with 3 singles.
Seeing it well in this ball game. First offering on its way.
Strike 1.
2 out, nobody on.
Ball 1.
1-1 as this one's in on the hands. The 1-1 is in
strike
for
2.
the second strike.
Looking for the out, Daniel Stump. Ground ball to third.
Jones is up with it.
He gives it to first baseman, and the side is retired.
It's been done as the side is retired. So 1 run here.
Indians leave 1. Let's go to the bottom of the 12th. Indians holding on to a 7-6 lead in game 1 of 3. As the Indians defense will hold on to Brad Miller. Now batting Nico Goodrum. He's 0 for 2 for sacrifice fly and a walk. Wilgren gives the sign. Here's the pitch to him. Strike 1. Nico Goodrum is 0 for 2. The Rockies hosting the Padres 4-3. On 1 count. Foul ball to left, strike 2.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not.
Foul ball to left again, strike 2.
The 0-2 once more.
Fly ball to left center field, and that will be a single for the Tigers. Remember guys, pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask any support back afterwards. When we watch our videos in full, we like the videos, we tweet them out, share them, and we add them to a playlist. We'll leave a meaningful comment down below once we're done the rest, and never ask anything back in return. Tigers still got base runner first with no outs. Here's the pitch to him. Strike one. Mikey Montauk is 1 for 4 with a single. The 0-1 count by Wilgren. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Held that bat, that's a little too long on that one. And he struck him out. And that's the first out for the Tigers offense. Time is running out for the Tigers offense in game 1 of 3. Here comes Grayson Grenier with to put something on the board. He's 1 for 4 with a single.
Grayson Grenier, he comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day.
Here's the pitch by Wilgren. Strike 1.
Looked at here for strike 1.
Ground ball to right center field, and that's out number 2 for the Tigers. Oh my goodness. Last chance for the Tigers offense to Colby Jones. He's 1 for 4 with a 3-run shot in the 5th. Here's the pitch to by Wilgren, strike 1. Little off to the left. 0-1 count by Wilgren. Fly ball to straight center field. And he makes the catch, and the Indians take game 1. After 12 innings, the Tigers are now down to 30 and 39 this season. As the Indians take game 1. Final score 7-6, Cleveland Indians. The Indians hold on to win 7-6 in game 1 of 3. Indians had 16 hits, Tigers had 10 hits and 1 error. The Tigers are now at 30 and 39 this season. On the weekends and on the weekends, guys. It was a good solitary, good game till the end. As we check out the other scores, Victor Reyes. Boston Red Sox going up to 44-28 over the Orioles, 9-6, 13 hits. David Price with his 5th win of the season. Matt Barnes with his 23rd save of the season. For the Red Sox, Nationals get a win, going up to 38-31 over the Diamondbacks, 8-6, 11 hits. Sewell with the 2nd win. Doolittle with his 18th save of the season. The Angels going up to 33-37 over the Rays down to 34-36. 9-1, 9 hits with 1 error. Pena with 6th win of the season. Pittsburgh Pirates going up to 30-39 of the season over the Marlins down to 35-33. 9-8 with 10 hits. Lions 2nd win. Vasquez with 14th save of the season. Cardinals going up to 36-33 over the Mets, 6-5, 17 hits. Gregerson with 2nd win. Miller with 21st save of the season. The Rangers upset the Reds, going up to 31-38, sending the Reds down to 44-24, 7-5 with 12 hits and 1 error. Velquez with his 2nd win. Leclerc with 17th save of the season. Atlanta Braves upset the Phillies, going up to 31-40, sending the Phillies down to 40-29 of the season. 4-3 with 8 hits and 1 error. Foley Wentz with his 8th win. Mentor with his 11th save of the season. White Sox going up to 42-28 over the Yankees, 3-2, 8 hits and 1 error. Mignon with his 6th win. Nate Jones with his 19th save of the season. Minnesota Twins going up to 34-34 even over the Royals shutout, going down to 37-32, 9-0, 15 hits and 1 error. Gibson with his 4th win. Houston Astros improve up to 45-25 over the Blue Jays down to 37-32, 4-1, 10 hits and 1 error. McCullough with his 8th win. Asuna with his 24th save of the season. Rockies going up to 40-31 over the Padres, 4-3 with 10 hits and 1 error. Roussel with his 3rd win, all with his 11th save of the season. So as we approach the 2-hour limit, it's when it comes to baseball from the weekends and on the weekends. Athletics going up to 42-29 over the Mariners, 6-5 with 12 hits. Tranman with his 2nd win. LA Dodgers going up to 40-30, set up the Cubbies down to 43-26, 4-0 with 14 hits. Hale with his 2nd win. And the Brewers going up to 29-40 over the Giants, 4-2 with 6 hits. Davies with his 1st win, and Hatter with his 10th win of the season. So the Tigers have 2 more games with the Indians at home. Then they have a day off. Then they'll be at Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. As we double check the standings, the Tigers are back to the losing column, down to 30-39. As they're only 4.5 games behind the Twins. Tigers have won 5 games out of the last 10 as we speak. The White Sox up to 42-28 as they're 4.5 games ahead of the Royals. 2 straight losses for the Royals, down to 37-32. Anything can still change. Astros have won 4 games, going up to 45-25. 3.5 games over the Athletics. They also got a win back. Angels have won 4 games, going up to 33-37. The season is still getting early, as you guys can see. Mariners are back to the losing column, down to 26-47 this season as well. As we look at the American League wildcard, Athletics, Blue Jays, Royals, Yankees, Twins, Rays. Bottom list, Mariners, Orioles, Indians, Tigers, Rangers, and the Angels. Right below that sign. Phillies got a loss, down to 40-29, 2 games ahead of the Nationals. They also got a win back. Metropolitans lose 4 straight, down to 27-43. It's only 3.5 games behind the Braves. That can almost erase anything quicker than that. Reds also suffer a loss, so they're the Cubbies, down to 44-24. Cubbies down to 43-26. Cardinals have won 2 games, down up to 36-33, as they are only 7 games behind the Cubs. Pirates have won 3 games, going up to 30-39. That's only 6 games behind the Cardinals, as the Pirates looking to continue the 3 wins of the season, as we speak. Dodgers get a win back, going up to 40-30, as they are a half a game behind over the Rockies, winning 2 games. The Giants have lost 4 straight, down to 29-39 this season. So anything can be worth changing as we speak, as both teams have won 5 games out of the last 10, the same with the other 2. So we look at the National League wildcard, Cubbies, Rockies, Nationals, Cardinals, Marlins, Diamondbacks, Padres, Mets, Brewers, Giants, Pirates. Now as for the other teams, Red Sox have won 2 games, going up to 44-28. As they are 5.5 games ahead of the Blue Jays. Yankees suffered a loss, down to 37-33. And a 5-game skip behind the Orioles, 26-45. As the Red Sox looking to continue their stage alone. Well, we'll see what happens from there, as I may or may not be live tomorrow night, since I'm off at 7. And that's going to do it, guys. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for episode 69 of baseball. On the weekends and on the weekends, I'm not going to be live anymore today, since I have 2 to 11, 10 to 7 tomorrow, which is almost half a specialty. Then I'm off Monday, Wednesday, then I'm off at 2 on Tuesday. It all depends what my saw maker has planned. Or I may give her more of a rest for that week, but she'll inform me what's going to be happening afterwards. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19 from the weekends and on the weekends, make sure you guys hit that like button. Turn on notification bell of the I Am a Creator community equals #PayItForward. If anyone in the chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account, to tweet it out, share a comment, add it to a playlist. Because the more people we bring in, guys, the more we all grow, win, and make a difference. And we never ask anything back in return. If you guys have any questions about the idol or Night to Sign. Men in Black has a great lead so far, as it's hanging on for the Idol and for Black and White for Night to Sign. So we'll see what happens continuously from there. I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow, but Monday morning I will. So I can hopefully get Assassin's Creed Syndicate's new episode done. Or I can get, or I can do the series premiere of Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I'll let you guys know by hand. Anyway guys, that's going to do it. Thank you, Puddin'. I love you. I can try to call tonight around 9. We'll see what happens. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. The Tigers are 30-39 this season. They got 2 more games with the Indians, and then they have a day off, and then they'll be at Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. And I'll see you guys later. And you guys have a good day, and keep yourself dry. Thanks guys. Be careful.